Good morning, good morning, good morning, Virgos. Happy Saturday to you. I hope that you all will have a blessed day. I hope that everything turns out the way you want it to. Hope that you all will not let anybody piss you the F off. Okay? Okay, so I rarely think of a subject before I do the reading. So the reading that I'm going to do today is for the hurt and abused. Things that's taking place in your life. The hurt and wounded. That's what we'll call it. The hurt and wounded, Virgo. So this is your reading. And incidentally, at the bottom of the deck is the Tower card. So I feel like you've definitely, if this reading resonates with you at all, if it catches your attention, hopefully it will bring out what needs to come out. Maybe some healing. Maybe you just need to talk about what happened and whatever. And whatever reason, somebody didn't believe Virgo, I believe it. Because nobody believed in me. Okay? So let's get started. Message for Virgo. The hurt and wounded. The hurt and wounded Virgo. What is this message about? You're still carrying this burden of heartache and pain. You're still carrying on to whatever happened to you. You're still holding on to it. You haven't let it go yet. Okay? And we have here the Ten of Cups, and it makes it hard for you to love the way you want to. It makes it hard for you to trust, hard to settle down, hard to have faith in a connection, or just in general around the people you love. It has a lot to do with the people you love. I feel like maybe 6 siblings, possibly in the smack dab in the middle somewhere from there. Some could be a single child, maybe Singleton is your last name. But I feel like you felt separate. You didn't feel like a part of I'm hearing coven, the family in general. You just didn't feel like you felt estranged, even though you all lived in the same home. Okay. I just see you standing off by yourself. Okay, and just doing your thing. You're a loner. You're Virgo. You're always alone, always doing your own thing. All right. And even your own family members thought that you were weird. Somebody possibly had a mother or a father who did something in the glamour industry or made clothes for somebody like that, like dresses or something, or like a seamstress or something like that. Or that's possibly something you did. Thought about maybe drawing pictures and being some sort of clothing designer. Virgo's hurt and wounded reading spirit. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. Virgo. Yeah, we will overcome this. See? I feel like you definitely will overcome this, but the best way for you to overcome it is to talk about it. Okay? Share your story, because other people go through exactly what you've been through, if not worse. Okay? You're not alone in this. Everybody in the universe has a traumatic story, has a traumatic trauma, something that happened to them, no matter what it is. You will overcome it, though. Okay? You got to talk about it. Speak on it. All right? I'm even hearing somebody will preach on this. All right? Just tell your story. Share it with others. I've shared my story with you if you're familiar with me. I'm Nikki. If you're not, my name is Nikki. I'm also a Virgo. That's why I dedicate this channel to my beautiful and heartwarming earthly Virgos. Okay. A lot of you all have become my ride or dies. I talk to you on the phone. We text back and forth over the phone. I do readings for you all over the phone. It's just, it's just amazing the connections that I have gotten since I've started tarot in general, especially with you all. I appreciate you just everything that you do. You just don't know. I appreciate you. Even when you tick me off, texting me at work, you know who you are, but I love you, girl. I love you to death. Okay? All right. So let's get started on this reading. Let's restart on this reading. Let's clarify the Ten of Wands. Virgo. Ten of Wands, clarifying. I need to reach out. I told you, Virgo. I just feel like sometimes you just need to talk about it. Even if you talk about it to a friend or something, somebody that you feel really, really close to, you need to release that burden. You're still holding on to it. I'm hearing you're holding on to some semblance of it. You haven't forgotten about it. You haven't gotten over this. It's time for you to reach out. All right? And when you do that, you're going to release all of that pain, that heartache, that anger. Okay? that pain, that trauma, that so-called, I'm hearing, seduction. You get it? For whatever you went through, this could be an incest, rape. It could be abuse, physical, mental, psychological. However, let's clarify this 10 of Cups. I'm getting some energy around passing out, fainting, maybe even blacking out when something took place in your life. You can't think of, not that you can't think about it, but you can't remember because you blacked out. And that was your way, that was your body's way, that was Spirit's way, and your angels protecting you, okay, from what took place. For you not to remember, you don't need to remember certain things. You don't need to remember what this person did to you. That's why you blacked out. You don't need to remember when your loved one took their last breath. You passed out at the same exact time. It's like you went out the room and your blood rushed to your head and you passed out. You woke up, they were gone. That's their soul departing. You felt that energy and you passed out. Take that how it resonates with you, okay? Excuse me. I'm hearing the name Stephanie, okay? Stephanie. We outgrew each other. Yeah. Your family. You outgrew, these cards are so, wow, like right on point. You outgrew your family way before you left the home, way before you left the household, the hamlet, the family fold, however you want to say it. You outgrew your family. Because I feel like, yeah, your family was connected. Okay. To me, right now, what I'm looking at, although we're talking about you outgrew them, you left them even before you got there, even before you left. When I'm looking at this card here, the Ten of Cups, I'm not really focusing on the family itself, though that's what this card is about. But for me, I'm looking at the trees, the roots, the deeply rooted family connections here, and the home. You know, that's you as a whole, but your family as a whole, but that's you by your own, all by yourself, all by your own. So nobody's connecting with you, nobody's touching you, nobody's talking to you, just by yourself, feeling like alone and feeling left out of so many different things, okay? And there was a lot of things in your home that was covered up. Nobody wanted to talk about. They swept that shit under the rug. You can't sweep this shit under the rug. It happened to me. It's true, okay? So I just feel like there was a lot of lies and deception, and not from you though, but from people trying to cover up the truth, the dirty truth, the nasty truth of whatever took place. It's overall energy for Virgo. Virgo's trauma reading, hurt reading. What's going on with this message for you today? Miscommunication. Miscommunication. No. I'm going to clarify because this is some BS. Really, it is. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Let's clarify this miscommunication for Virgo going through trauma and heartache. So I have here the High Priestess, and I got, you didn't say, no, you didn't miscommunicate. They thought I heard you wrong. You never told me that happened to you, that he or she was doing that to you, or that you were going through that or experiencing it. Yes, the fuck I did. Okay? And they know they did. They want it to be a miscommunication, but they know in their heart that something happened. Possibly even watched it happen or sensed that it was happening. Like got in at the last minute and what's going on? Nothing. So you told people, but they didn't want to listen to you. But they knew the truth. And they're gonna seal that shit up forever and try to keep it a secret. Like they don't want anybody to know, Virgo. Better believe one thing, God knows, and you know the truth. Okay? You know the truth. You better believe that. Okay, Virgo. Virgo's trauma and hurt reading. What other messages is coming out for you? I have here, there's something better for you, okay? There's something better. I feel like that's why you left your family. That's why you have become the loner that you are, or that you have been for a while. Because you're stepping outside of your family element and moving on, it kind of, it was for the best for you to maintain your sanity, or what was left of it. Because you dealt with so much, in this family unit that nobody believed you. Nobody understood where you were coming from. And almost as if they blamed you or thought that you just had an overactive imagination, or my mother used to tell me one time, she told me one time I was too dramatic for why do I have to be too dramatic if I'm sitting up here telling you the truth, so I'm dramatic. So they probably told you that, or that's all in your head. That didn't happen. Maybe that was a dream. Yes, the hell it did. Okay. Virgo, trauma and injury. What else needs to come out about this situation with you? Yeah. Somebody has some unmet needs. Okay, unmet needs. And they took that out on you. Okay. They weren't getting sexually fulfilled, or they weren't letting their anger, whatever they were going on in their life, they took it out on you. I don't care if it was a situation where you were abused at home by a parent or a sibling or something, whoever, they had unmet needs. And just because they had those unmet needs and those anxiety disorders, who did they take them out on? The Virgo. Why? Virgo, you didn't have to be the only child. You could have had siblings, like I said, three or more siblings, doesn't matter. You're possibly in the middle child. I feel like the middle child always gets it worse. 11-11. Okay, I just saw 11-11. Not only did I see 11-11, we have 3 here. 1-1-1. So maybe you've been seeing those numbers. Okay. Clarify this energy. Was this a male or a female? I don't know, but I have here the Ace of Wands. Oh my. I have the Queen of Wands. It could have been a female. Whoa. Okay. I have, if you have some trauma in your life, some trauma and injury, somebody has some unmet sexual desires, unmet sexual needs, and I feel like this energy is you. Take how it resonates. We have the Queen of Wands and the Emperor here. So somebody went after a member of the opposite sex for sexual gratification. For sexual gratification, Virgo. And you were the person that they took that out on, because they had some unmet needs that they weren't getting. Okay? Unmet needs. Could have been a family member, like it was for me. It was my brother, my oldest brother. He was 5 years older than me. How he know how to do all that stuff to this day, I'll never understand, But those details are in my story. I'm not telling you to buy the story or anything, but it is on Amazon. I'm not even going to tell you the name of it, because I'm not. I should promote that book, but I don't. I need to promote that book. But, I just don't. Especially on my channel. I don't want people to think just because I'm doing readings like this that, that's for her to sell that book. No, that's not the case. Nope. I've even sent people the link for free, so it has nothing to do with that. All right, let's get some final messages, Virgo, on how you need to heal from this trauma and injury that has happened to you, that has taken place in your young adult life, your young life. Even when you got older, you possibly ended up in some toxic relationships. Here we have the Two of Cups and we have the Devil, so you've ended up in toxic relationships. I feel like that's all you knew, okay? That's the environment that you grew up on, and you are a product of your environment, okay? So the trauma that you experienced in childhood, young adulthood, it transpired, of course, in your adulthood, and that's what you've been going through. A lot of traumatic hurt, pain, injury, and also blocking things out from your childhood that's resurfacing in your adulthood because you have yet to deal with that pain. Yet to deal with that injury and that trauma. It's very important that we deal with what's going on with us. You can find free support groups, possibly at YWCA, different places like that, or therapy, or maybe through your employer, programs that they have for you if you're going through something currently or in your past that's interfering with your daily work duties. Okay. Oh gosh, fell on the floor. I have this that popped out. Your intuition. Pick it up. Oh, I dropped it again, y'all. Okay, we have receive. Oh, we got closure. You got to, but you know what? I feel like there's so much that you have yet to learn on this journey, this thing we call life. Okay, but the one thing you will get is closure. Okay, Spirit is telling you that life is a bunch of choices. Spirit wants you to choose life, choose love, choose to forgive those who hurt you and harmed you, even though it's hard to do. Okay, even though seek this energy within yourself. Seek this the glow inside of you. Seek peace inside of you and be open enough to forgive. Even if you don't have to say it to that person, just say it to spirit. Just say it to the universe and release that pain. Because the more and more you hang on to it, the worse you're going to feel. So spirit wants you to find closure. Okay? To find closure. And I also have bottom of the deck, allow for time and space. And I feel like you've done that with your family. You've done that to the people that hurt you to this day, because you're still deeply rooted in that connection with your family. You're going to always be deeply rooted. It doesn't mean you have to communicate with them, but you're going to always share the same bloodline. That's the damn sure. Okay? But allow that space, allow time to heal for you and for, not for them, because a lot of people, they'll never own up to their wrongs. They'll never own up to what they did. They're going to say, Virgo, you lied. You always lied on me. My mother told me one time, many times, arguing with me, well, yelling at me and all that stuff, but she made a comment, you always, Nikki always did lie on me. Lie on you about what? About you leaving the house, going for days at a time. Nobody knew where you were. We were 7, 8, 9, 11, and you left us there, and young kids, 2-3 days, and we didn't know where you were. We had to call the police, and they had to take us to our auntie house because you were nowhere to be found, and people are molesting me and doing this and that to me, and I'm lying on you? Really? Okay. See, people want to sweep shit under the rug. They don't want to talk about it. And then years later, my mother, she'll be gone 3 years on November 21st of this year. And about, maybe 5 or 6 years, I was in her living room. We were just talking about some shit. And I never forget, she was like, leaning on the deep freezer. We were talking about something. I don't even know how we got on this subject. This subject, but she said, well, we never talked about it. I said, well, you never asked, about me getting pulled in the vacant house. And she said, well, we never talked about it. You never asked. You didn't take me to the doctor. When I got back home, I was on a lounging chair in our living room. My mother was gone. She came home and she asked me what happened. And I told her. And she asked me, I think I was like 7 or 8. She said, do you want me to take you to the hospital? I said, no, of course you should take me to the hospital. I'm a child. Why would you even think to ask me that question? Yes, you should have took me to the hospital. Traumatizing. You get it? But anyway, bottom of the deck. It's never over, Virgo. It's never going to be over. But you can find a way to heal from. You can find a way to live with that pain and that trauma, that traumatic events, or those traumatic events that took place in your life. Okay? Because I just feel like you'll never ever get I don't even know how to say it. You'll never ever get the peace and understanding from those people that were supposed to be close to you, those parents, those siblings, and everybody said that this didn't happen, or she was lying, or he was lying, because everybody likes to sweep that under the rug. You can't hide everything, because I know the truth. I am the truth. I'm the walking truth of that motherfucking trauma. You get it? See, they want to ignore this pain, but they can't. You can ignore it as much as you think you can, but that's not your pain. You're ignoring me. You're ignoring my pain. You're putting me on the back burner. You're making me feel like I'm less than when I'm a part of this family as well. I'm a part of this family too. But everybody wants to ignore the pain except for the person it happened to. You get it? Oh, Jesus. Virgo. Healing from the pain. Ooh, bottom of the deck. This is going to be hard for you. Yeah, you outgrew your family. Why? Because they ignored the pain. We got that card that fell out again. You distance yourself because everybody in your family ignored the pain but you. You were the walking billboard for heartache and pain, for trauma, for abuse, for molestation, for rape, for whatever you want to call it. And nobody wanted to believe you. Or if they did believe you, they ignored the pain. They didn't want to talk about it. Till years later, if at all. Acknowledge the fact that this happened to me. Acknowledge the fact that you had a huge part in what took place in my life. And you don't even see that. You don't even acknowledge that. Okay? You're going to blame me for not saying anything. I did say something, but you said that was my imagination. Okay. Dexter. I have here learning to forgive. I don't know who Dexter is, by the way. Okay? Learning to forgive. But through all that heartache and pain, through all the traumatic events that happened to you, that shock that happened to you, learn to forgive. I was thinking earlier too, there could be somebody who has experienced toxic shock syndrome in your life. Women, maybe weren't using tampons or something. Toxic shock syndrome. So be careful with that. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. hearing you possibly need to go to a support group or even start one for the things that's taking place in your life. I feel like you're needing to reach out to others, who have, it's like you're going to be the conduit, or you are the conduit for so many people to grow. So many people can get out of feeling that deep heartache and pain and finding a way to transmit it and let it go. Okay? That's you helping each other. Doesn't matter your race, color, creed, sex, whatever it is. Everybody needs help from some time. Everybody has been through some type of trauma in their life. Okay? If you haven't, just keep on living. Virgo. What's going on with this energy, with this trauma and injury to your life, to who you are? Yeah, we got you, having difficulties in relationships, difficulties in reaching out. But I do see here, you can open up and love and be loved by the right person, okay? Be loved by a soulmate. But this goes way beyond a relationship, a sexual relationship. This is about you. This is about who you are, just period. And I feel like you've been through so much traumatic stress in your life that you don't realize that you are the best. You are the bomb. You're being the best that you can possibly be. And nobody can ever take that away from you. Nobody. I feel like you've pulled away from a lot of people, a lot of hanging out, because you just felt so alone. You felt alone all of your life. Nobody listened to you, and nobody wanted to bother to ask you if you're okay, to ask you if you needed any help. Nobody cared. That's the way you felt, okay? Everybody was busy doing their thing, doing their things, but they didn't want to listen to Virgo. Final card for real this time. Virgo's final card. The feelings are mutual. The feelings are mutual. This is not, we just mentioned love here, but what I just got in my heart chakra is not about love and a sexual relationship. The feelings are mutual. It's like you've been through a traumatic event. I've been through a traumatic event. Though we don't know each other face to face, the feeling is mutual. I know exactly how you feel about that. And we are connected through spirit. We are connected through pain, trauma, and injury, Virgo. So if you relate to this reading, just say in a comment, I believe you, because I believe you, Virgo. If nobody else believes you, I believe you. Okay? I hope this message resonates. Talk to you later.